Hello, everybody. I know it's the start of the show because I look dumb and kind of startled at the very beginning of it right here because I'm always, are we live? We do seem to be live. So thank you so much for tuning in to the first Folk U of 2021. Folk U is a singer-songwriter round robin that has been going on here, and you'll find out tonight abroad, in the city of Chicago for 19 years. So we're in our 19th year. Next, come December, we'll be in our 20th year. And I'm Larry Odina. I've been the host since the very first Folk U back in the ancient days. Before I tell you a little bit more about that, and believe me, I will keep it on the little side, let me also introduce these fine folks that are on the screen who are going to be playing with me tonight. I'm really excited. Not only for the first show of the year and for Martin Luther King's birthday and for the start of perhaps better things in the world, I couldn't think of two finer people to be joining me. So Carrie Ann Farrell is also going to be playing tonight, and Carrie has played numerous folk U's, although I'm not sure when the last time was that you played.
Maybe 2 years ago.
Yeah, I figure all the performers have it etched somewhere, like in indelible ink. You know, that sounds about right. Yeah. So I'm thrilled to have you back, and Carrie's an author as well. I mean, we're all authors, but like a book type author.
Yeah.
And her stuff is fantastic. On the fantastic level, as well as Mr. Matt Keating, who is coming from New York City tonight. Matt's a great songwriter. We played in the past before, but we were commiserating on this. It's been a number of years since we were able to do something together again, and so I was really pleased that he could join me for this January kickoff of 2021. So really briefly, before I let these guys relax for a bit, let me tell you what round robin is, in case you do not know. And I don't know if you can hear that ambulance in the distance here. Is it coming through?
Yeah.
It's the beauty of Uptown. So a songwriter round robin is an opportunity for songwriters to get together, play a couple of songs, and then it passes to the next person, and then they play a couple and it passes to the next, and so on, and then it comes around again. Thus the round robin description. And in this case here, you're going to be blown away, I would say. I will start things off, and in the meantime, I'm going to let these two pour their Miller Lights or whatever they do, and meditate is probably more like it, and we will get this party started. So guys, hang tight. I will see you in a bit, and I will, Carrie, see you in a bit. Matt, sayonara. All right. I'm sure I forgot to say something there, but this is the same every month as well. I'm trying to figure out what's what and get through my first set. So the first song I'm going to play for you tonight, my first song of 2021, is from the band that I am in, although being in this band doesn't feel very bandy right now because we haven't been playing. And this is our ninth remote edition of Folk U, and for a couple of months, as we approached the year of pandemicking, there were a couple of months where I couldn't even muster the energy to figure out or to make the transition to doing online shows. So normally we don't do a December show, but for various reasons, not anything negative, just kind of like, well, take it off. And I had a rare December show in 2020. And for that show, I was like, I really miss rocking out a little bit with my band. Being a songwriter and the way Folk U normally goes, I have a lovely acoustic, and that's what I usually play the shows with. There's nothing against those who would say, hey, can I play an electric guitar? Billy Bragg, part of what made him so endearing, aside from the great songs early on, was just the sound of that guitar. But last month I said I need to start getting my electric guitars out. So I'm continuing the tradition this month, and I have my beautiful sunburst, my Epiphone here, which is appropriate, I think, to the Injured Party song that I'm going to play for you right now. And it's inspired by, or was, it was inspired by a Who song called Tattoo that is a song that I really loved, but it's in this group of songs that I love or I appreciate, but they don't seem to be complete. Like they're missing most of them. What it is they seem to like be missing that final chorus or something that wraps the song up. Or if it leaves it hanging, it leaves it hanging in a more evocative way than the songwriter did with it. So Tattoo is one of those. I feel like it didn't resolve. So that I know inspired me to do this. And also I think just the idea of rock culture, I suppose. So this is my inspired by the Who's Tattoo, and also on this Injured Parties album. And it's the leadoff song on there, as a matter of fact, and it's called Got a Tattoo. Gonna piss off the parents, gonna make them squirm, gonna disappoint them, gonna make them learn. They think they know everything, and I know stuff too. Went down to the mall, got myself a tattoo. Got a tattoo. Got a tattoo. Got a tattoo. Got a tattoo. Joined a band. We make lots of noise, and the neighbors complain when we jam with our toys. But something was missing, and that feeling grew, till our bass player said, let's all get tattoos. Let's all get tattoos. I'll get tattoos. I'll get tattoos. Let's all get tattoos. It's something so simple, just pictures on skin. But you can't really change the person within. When I get older, I might get a wife, work lots of jobs to get by in this life. But if I should live to 102, I'll never be alone. Well, my tattoos, well, my tattoos, all my tattoos, all my tattoos, all my tattoos, get a tattoo, I got a tattoo. So, well, that felt good. I'm definitely a fan of the A chord, but man, I always think of Pete Townsend again too, and that like got a tattoo. That's total Pete Townsend. So, Pete, if you're out there, because of course he watches every month, I love you, man. Yeah. So, wow, that felt really good. So I think other than that, no, there's I was going to say they're all new songs. That's a newish song for sure because the Injured Parties album came out in August of 19, and then I have a couple in a row now that are all newer, unrecorded songs. One that's a pandemic composition, but I'm getting ahead of myself here. And I'm not a person who gets a lot of work done in situations like this, even if one should expect to have by this late hour. But nonetheless, this is one that was in my songwriter sets prior to everything going to hell, and it was inspired. Well, the germ of this song was actually hatred of the subject matter, and when it was in the back of my mind, and I find writing wise I do a lot of ruminating and pre-editing in my noggin before it actually starts to get out onto the page. And when this one finally did start to get written down, it became much different than I had originally anticipated. And the key with that is always, well, the song is going to be what the song is going to be. You don't get in the way of that. So without further ado, it's called Are You My Uber? Are you my Uber? I'd really like to know. I got places to be, and to be I must go. It's too far to walk, believe me I tried. Are you my Uber? Can I climb inside? Are you my Uber? I'm already late. Please answer me now, so I can make my escape. I gotta get out, any place but here. Are you my Uber? Will you make me disappear? There's an empty space where I used to reside. When they look for me, I would have to hide. Now I'm watching from the other side and waiting for a ride. Are you my Uber? Let's take a drive. My destination is to simply write. I close my eyes, let me know when we're there. Are you mine? Take me elsewhere. Are you mine? Take me anywhere.
Woo!
Whew. Listen, I didn't just bring you in because I noticed you were clapping there.
Yeah!
I hear the clapping in my head, believe me, yes. Or maybe it's just the voices in my head. I'm not quite sure. Voices can sound like clapping sometimes, I suppose. So, yeah.
I get that checked.
So, what's interesting is with all this stuff every month is I can't help but look at these songs differently now after the last 9+ months, and just how some of the lyrics play out. It's not just as I announced at the beginning, I'm not an Uber fan whatsoever, and then it turned out to be this, very different than I thought. But just this idea of, places to go, and, it takes on a much more metaphysical. I'm probably overemphasizing. It's just a silly song, but it just sounds so different to me now. So, well, anyway, I'm now going to get my Bud Light. So, Carrie is going to take over. She's fantastic. I'm looking forward to this, and I will be back in a little while. So, Carrie, take it away.
All right. Wow, now that Larry said all of that about the songs hitting differently, I've got a song that is going to hit me differently, and it might actually make me tear up. So, fair warning. It's a song about missing your family. And your family missing you. I was knocking open yesterday. They get a price for those strawberries, but they're so much better than the ones at Giant. I tried a brand new open recipe, and I'm freezing some when you're home for Christmas. And we miss you, miss you back east. And we miss you back east. You remember Mrs. Eichelman? She broke her hip last Sunday, but thank God her kids still live close by enough to help her. I said I'd visit her tomorrow, and I think I'll bring a couple muffins with me. And we miss you back east. And we miss you back east. Did I tell you that your nephew started smiling? We were all prepared this weekend. And you won't believe how big he's getting. You wouldn't even recognize him. And we miss you And we miss you, Jackie. It's getting late, I should let you go. You had another busy weekend. Hope you get some downtime on the weekend. Girl, your dad's not much for phone calls, but he says no. Says his love the thing. Back here. And we miss you, back here. Oh man, held it together almost, then got sad at the end a little bit. Going to continue with the sad theme and do that was a song about my parents. Here's another song about my parents. We're just going to sing songs about my parents for a little while. Let's make sure I'm back in tune. I'm doing a little bit of a duet with my radiator tonight. I don't know if anybody can hear that, but if my radiator gets too loud and starts hogging the spotlight, let me know and I'll see what I can do about that. The smoke out of the blank page before you and uncapped your paper and last year's attempt gathers dust in a box, but New Year's here once again. It might not be easy. Who said it was easy? In springtime, drive to the heartland and take on the dream of the saints. Each day alone, with the voice of your conscience, and each movie preordained. It might not be easy. Who said it was easy? Don't give up on it now. Don't give up on it now. Don't give up on it now. Stay a while with it now. Stay a while with it now. Stay a while with it now. Swiftly, slowly drifting away into someone's embrace. Others are all of the things you can't give her, or up top in gardens and leaves. It's supposed to be easy. Why is it easy? give up on it now. Don't give up on it now. Don't give up on it now. Stay a while with it now. Stay a while with it now. Stay a while with it now. Turn back the pages and search for the answer. Nobody else is awake. How many vows can you make in a lifetime? And how many more can you break? Thank you.
All right.
Ooh.
Very nice. Thank you.
Thanks.
Both you. Can you see me? Am I like in the middle? Ah, there we go. Oh, there we go. Thanks, Larry, for having me in on this, and nice to meet you guys. You know, you did a song about a tattoo, so I'm going to do a song about a tattoo a little bit later. But first, I'm going to start with a little meditation on life and death. It's called "Maybe I'll Meet You." Maybe I'll meet you when the time is wrong, with the years forgotten and the days too long. And the snake charmer has forgot his song. Maybe I'll meet you when the time is wrong. Maybe I'll meet you when you wake at night, and all that eats you is your appetite. Well, the snake charmer died of a snake bite. Maybe I'll meet you when the time is right. Maybe I'll meet you in your time of trial, when you're in the money and you're out of style. Maybe I'll meet you once you turned it away. Maybe I'll meet you when you wake each day. Maybe I'll meet you in your time of trial, when you're out of money and you're back in style. Maybe I'll meet you when you wake each day. Maybe I'll meet you when you pass away. can hear all of you out there breathing, sighing. So I met Larry doing a folk you. I think it might have been like 2008 or something. I was on a tour, and he was nice enough to have me on. So whenever I think of Chicago, I play this song. This song is more about flying over Chicago, as well as all the other states you have to fly over to get to the West Coast. But I'm not calling them flyover states. I'm just saying you have to fly over them to get where you're going. And this song is called Nothing to Figure Out. Going over this morning's last goodbye. Now I'm marking your progress in the sky. You're probably over Lake Michigan. From the window you're looking out. I don't care where you've been. If I don't figure in, there's nothing to figure out. Come September and it's back to the old grind. The old grind is something I could leave behind. You're probably over Nebraska now. How I know? Well, I don't know how. I don't care where you've been. If I don't figure in, there's nothing to figure out. Now your seat's position is upright. Prepared for landing, yes, I know you'll be uptight. See three sisters coming into view. Look at them as I think of you. I don't care where we've been. If I don't figure in, there's nothing to figure out. No matter where we've been, if I figure in, there's nothing to figure out.
Nice job, my friend.
Hello?
Can you hear me?
You're all clickety clickety. Something's it'll fix itself.
Let's hope. It might be better if I'm all clickety clickety. So
every time it goes between us, you click for like about a minute, and then it goes to normal human speak.
that must be the beetle that's in me, and that's BEETLE. So
I can't hear you, but I'll trust that what you're saying is nice.
Okay. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Well, I mean, what I was jokingly saying is it might be just as well if you can't hear me, but we'll find out. This, communicating in a series of clicks and buzzes could probably benefit my career. So, but I was going to say, and hopefully Matt can hear it now, it's beautiful melodies and great songs for Carrie as well as Matt. Absolutely fantastic stuff. I'm really pleased to have them both here. And when I'm not running around trying to do my Folk You host stuff, I'm just sitting back and month to month, this is my favorite thing to do, is to hear this great songwriting. And I feel honored to be here with these two tonight. So what I will do now is I'll bring the bar down much lower, which is kind of my goal. And I've got a couple of, again, from the newer, and one that's pandemic level new, but not this one. It was in my, it's not been recorded. I mean, I have some solo albums, of course, and then I have the band stuff. And it's, who knows where this will wind up, if it winds up anywhere at all. But I think it will eventually when things get back to recording worthy. And I think it's pretty straightforward. One thing that this song in particular always reminds me of is, I think when I first started, writing in earnest, I felt that as a songwriter, I needed to always be, reflecting my own self in the songs. And then I would sit and listen to the radio and I'd be like, well, that can't be self-reflection there. Roland the Headless Thompson Gunner. if that is true, I'm worried for you, Warren. But so, I mean, does some of me appear in the songs? I think to some extent it does, but then some of them will just strike me as good narrative vehicles, which this one is a long way around for me to get to that point. And this is a song that's also heavily chorusy. So hope you like it. The title will be very apparent once it gets going. All right, here we go. Coming home to meet your pa, I took a liking to your ma. I hate it when that happens. I hate it when that happens. Went on vacation down in Mexico. Too much tequila made me go loco. I hate it when that happens. I hate it when that happens. In the car, driving fast. Now I can't ungive it the gas. I hate it when that happens. I hate it when that happens. The ATM devoured my card. Now I think I punched it too hard. I hate it when that happens. I hate it when that happens. Save time when I bought online. Now my identity's no longer mine. I hate it when that happens. I hate it when that happens. Voted to send Washington a message with 5 days left to crawl out of this wreckage. I hate it when that happens. I hate it when that happens. Seems life is beyond my control. Maybe I should make giving up my goal. Sent my kids to all the best schools, but you can't be stupid a fool. I hate it when that happens. I hate it when that happens. Met a girl at the bar one one night. She passed out, didn't put up a fight. I hate it when that happens. I hate it when that happens. I pray God would forgive all my sins. I'm at the gate, but he won't let me in. I hate it when that happens. 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 I went to that sea too soon. Because what happened was I had this momentary vision, I'm sure some sort of post-traumatic pandemic stress, where I had a vision of all these people singing along with that chorus, like pulling their windows open, and I hate it when that. And I thought, well, that'd be really great, wouldn't it? But what's the likelihood? I don't know. Anyway, you would not have even known that I went to that sea a little early if it weren't for my own bestartled befuddlement there. So, allow me. Oh, yeah. So, this is the aforementioned pandemic composition, and it's definitely right on point here. And as I alluded to earlier on, I think it's hard when there's some kind of major event, whether it's something as earth-shatteringly global as this, or even something else that we as a songwriter or a writer who's responding in any way. I think that for me, I normally need time to digest it. It's harder for me to write about it when I'm in the middle of it. But, lo and behold, not pressuring myself, or maybe out of one of those, to break me out of the stupor of staring at the wall one day, this one kind of happened. And I do know, again, the origin of this is that I live in a high rise, and early on in the pandemic, and somewhat continuing to now, there was a gentleman in our building who wouldn't wear a fucking mask. And this guy, initially at first thought maybe, well, he doesn't know, that it's what you're supposed to do, right? And then after a while, it became quite apparent that he was just, flagrantly not wearing a mask, despite all the fact that, common areas and whatever. So the kind of attitude that this guy, which was ultimately proven to be true, is really what inspired this song. And I guess somewhat like the Uber song, it didn't quite turn out the way it could have, and maybe it's better for it that it didn't, but I don't know. Like I said, you may be just hearing a bunch of clicks right now, so we'll see. Hope you like it. Hey there, I need some advice. There's something I have to ask. Considering the state we're in, do I have to wear a mask? It's my first pandemic, nothing to compare it to. It's my first pandemic, what the hell am I supposed to do? Should I hoard cans of beans and stack them into a wall? At least I can have some privacy until I eat them all. It's my first pandemic, nothing to compare it to. It's my first pandemic, what the hell am I supposed to do? When can I get back to doing all those things that I've done without ever thinking about it? I want to have my fun. 6 feet of social distance seems like a lot to me. I miss hugging my neighbors, even if they don't want to be. It's my first pandemic, nothing to compare it to. It's my first pandemic, what the hell am I supposed to do? It's my first pandemic, nothing to compare it to. It's my first pandemic, what the hell am I supposed to do? What the hell am I supposed to do? What the hell am I supposed to do?
Nice.
All right.
Awesome. I wanted to come back and just go just click and bzzz at you and see what happened.
Am I sounding? Am I coming through okay?
To me, totally, but I also understand clicks and buzzes.
Yeah,
so
all right. So it could be
buzz.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I did take that click and buzz class, so if nothing else, this tells me that I did excel in
Yes.
my clicking and buzzing field. Well, you sounded great before, so I'm really excited to hear this next set. I'm going to get out of here, and we'll see you in a little bit.
All right. Thanks, Larry.
Yep.
Okay, so I'm working on an album, and right now I'm at that stage where I'm just like saying I'm working on an album, and if I say it enough, then I'm going to convince myself to actually work on the album. But pretty much everything I'm playing tonight will be on that album that I'm trying to motivate myself to do. But, you know, it's my first pandemic too, and finding motivation in a pandemic, we've discovered is kind of hard. But funnily enough, I wrote this song, to go back to Larry's first set, in an Uber. 200 pairs of eyes, and every eye's on me. Wax people press against the glass so they can see. I adjust my crown, throw a little wave their way. I adjust my gown, give the word and the band begins to play. I know that song, I know that song, I know that song, and that means I belong. I know that song, I know that song, and I belong. I know that song, I know that song, I know that song, and that means that I belong. I know that song, I know that song, and I belong. Under the parachute, keep it spinning around, around. Under the parachute, lift me up on the ground, ground. Under the parachute, yeah, keep it spinning around, around. Under the parachute, lift me up on the ground, ground. I have to stop watching the chat while I'm singing. Okay, concentrate. I still the waters and I tell the sun to shine. I lift up every voice and every voice is mine. I adjust my crown, blow a little kiss for free. I adjust my gown and the world is playing just for me. I know that song, I know that song, I know that song, and that means I belong. I know that song, I know that song, and I belong. I know that song, I know that song, I know that song, and that means I belong. I know that song, I know that song, and I belong. Under the parachute, keep it spinning around, around. Under the parachute, let me up on the ground, ground. Under the parachute, keep it spinning around, around. Under the parachute, let me up on the ground, ground. There is room for everyone. I'll live inside, 'cause I'm very careful who I let inside. Oh, I know that song. I know that song. I know that song, and I belong. I know that song, I know that song, I know that song, and that means that I belong. I know that song, I know that song, and I belong. Under the parachute, keep it spinning around, around, under the parachute. Lift me up on the ground, under the parachute. Keep it spinning around, around, under the parachute. Put me up on the ground. That's another song that's just absolutely weird to play these days because, you know, I wrote it in this rideshare in Austin, Texas, where I was on tour with my band, and we had been at an after party at a bar, and it was late at night, and, you know, all these people pressed together, like, in the same place, breathing the same air, and, yeah, it all hits differently now. It's very strange, but, hopefully I'm not depressing you too much. If I'm not depressing you much now, I will change that and depress you some more. The song is called Irish Goodbye. When I'm alone, I still pick up the phone and check out all of the hundreds of others I used to call friends. I saw the news and I couldn't refuse you my sympathy. Don't let the click of the hearts when it starts and it ends. I've been planning since the day we met. I've been planning since the day we met. Oh, and I wish goodbye. And I wish goodbye. With me at the light, at first I decided to steal myself. You tried to dissuade me, but I stood my ground. I was a child, and I lay in your arms for an afternoon. I said never pretended that I'm not found. I've been planning since the day we met. I've been planning since the day we met. For an Irish goodbye. An Irish goodbye. Said I was queen of desert embassy, but I fooled myself. I was through writing songs about you, but I lied. So how would it feel to be halfway to heal and then fall again? Open the doors, but I slammed and rushed back to your side. I've been planning since the day we met. I've been having since the day we met. Forever, is goodbye. Forever is goodbye.
Hey,
Hey,
very nice.
thank you. Loved your first set. I'd like to hear some more.
Actually, yeah, you sound okay. But what happens is when there's two screens, suddenly everything starts clicking. So
Weird.
that it happened. Okay. So I can't talk. I can just play. So this is another. I realize every song I'm going to do pretty much tonight has something to do with going through this country. So there's a new song called. I have a new band called Bastards of Fine Arts with some great musicians here in New York. And we are just finishing up our new album, and this is one of them. It's called Any Old Town. Show me your streets made of gold. Show me your signs all saying so. There's so much space, but no one's around. So show me your face and I'll show you any old town, any old town, any town. USA, any old town, any old town, any town. USA. Show me your stores selling their wares. Nobody comes, nobody cares. What kind of theft made this go down? 'Cause nobody's left in any old town, any old town, any town. USA, any old town, any old town, any town. USA. Show me the smoke out of your stacks. Show me the wrong side of the tracks. Show your facade and I'll show you the cracks. Show me around and I'll show you any old town, any old town, any town. USA, any old town, any old town, any town. USA. Show me schools that on set of rules, public housing, private pools. Some of them going into the ground. That's what I found in any old town. Show me the skin nobody can see. A few miles downwind of the factory, northeast or southwest or miles underground. Show me the rest and I'll show you any old town, any old town, any town. Yes, any old town, any old town, any town. USA. So, yeah, that song was called Any Old Town. And like I told Larry, his first song was about a tattoo. And this is my song about a tattoo, and it's called You on My Arm. We could take a ferry to the island, the one that Spalding Gray jumped off. We could both go skydiving and kiss a mile above the earth. Sit around and talk about the sorry state of this world, though that's got its charms. Oh, what I'd give to be walking around with you on my arm. Spend $1 million window shopping and wonder where we'll put it all. I know a couple places we could drop it, where they don't mind if we don't call. Sit around and talk about who's met their fate. Yes, who has gone and bought the farm. Oh, what I'd give to be walking around with you on my arm. Now I haven't talked to you in a long, long time, but I can look into your eyes, and they're an inch above my elbow, in the kind of paint that never dries. 'Cause the man at the tattoo parlor told me that this pain might not outlast the harm. Oh, what I gave to be walking around with you on my arm. Oh, what I gave to be walking around with you on my arm.
Now, can you hear me?
I can hear you. I can hear you. It's a miracle.
I don't know what I was doing a lot of praying in between the sets. I guess that did it. Either that or whatever the Wi-Fi demons, So I got a, thumbs up for classing up the joint with a piano, and a nice upright piano. And this has turned into a tattoo motif. So that's
right.
Yeah. And I have to say, it's such a poignant and beautiful song.
Oh, thank you. Thanks so much.
Yeah. Again, you didn't hear in real time my comments, or maybe you did when I was talking with Carrie. It's just, your stuff's got such great melodies and very, beautiful narrative sense. And
oh, thank you. Thanks. Yeah, it's funny. When I play that live, usually no one gets it. It's about a tattoo. So.
Well, that's the best songs are like that, right? I mean, then you find that out, and it's kind of like, oh, wow. I mean, it brings that next layer to it.
You on my arm,
yeah, of course.
Whoa.
And I also had to say I was going to make a reference to this myself. I think Bastards of Fine Arts is one of the best band names I've heard in a long time as well.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, I mean, it's just I believe we live in a world of many bad band names. So whenever I hear one that's just so appropriate as that, I just I applaud you for it, sir. So.
Well, we like to bastardize all musical forms, so
It's wholly appropriate. Well, all right, Matt. I will see you again for the last pass. Hang tight, and appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. What have I to say about this? So this is the oldest song from the set that I'm playing tonight. And, month to month, even when we've done this live, the day of the show, I decide what I'm going to play. And then some songs stay in the set and, I'm playing them for periods of time or, whatever. They take on lives of their own. And then I make a conscious decision nonetheless to try to vary it. And then during the pandemic and the lockdown and whatever different levels it's been at, it's given me opportunity to go back over some older stuff because I have a lot of digital only releases. I lived in San Francisco before I moved to Chicago, and I did a lot of 4-track cassette recording, and there's tons of material that was recorded, and some of it eventually came out in digital form. And this is, believe me, I don't mean this in the most obvious way. It reminds me of Neil Young, who has all this stuff, that he has recorded that is only starting to come out now. I am by no means comparing myself to Neil Young, but I'm comparing myself to the idea of it. He seems like he records stuff and just kind of like moves on. So I had a lot of that stuff. This is not one of those songs, but it is one of the first things that I wrote when I moved to Chicago. And I was in a band really soon after I got here called Post Office. And this is from our first of the 2 albums that we recorded, Public Displays of Affection. And it shows my literary bent. You can take that word either way, literary leanings, and also can have a negative connotation too, I suppose. And it just seemed appropriate. It's another one of these songs that image-wise or thematically seems different when I play it under the circumstances that we're in. At least some lines of it do. But it seemed the way to go tonight in this set where it seems like E minor has been a predominant chord. Unlike some months where it's D, it's E minor this month. So I'm going to shut up and play. This is called Can't Go Home Again. Father, was it something that I said? My words mean nothing now that you're dead. I often think of you behind the wheel of your car, but memories can drive us just so far. But you can't go home again. But you can't go home again. You can't go home again. Oh, you can't go home again. Every ex-best friend, all my former flames, the places I grew up in, whoever knew my name, are ghosts haunting me daily with visions of the past, who don't live in the present, 'cause past, the present doesn't last, and you can't go home again. No, you can't go home again. No, you can't go home again. No, you can't go home again. We make the bacon and we write the checks, spending thrifty lives, living close to the past. It gives us some small comfort, balancing the books when the streets are so chaotic and the kitchen's full of cooks. But you can't go again. You can't go home again. You can't go home again. No, you can't go home again.
Woo! Nice.
I mean,
Get out.
thank you, pretty guitar. All right. Thanks so much, Carrie. We'll see you as we all wind around again. Looking forward to hearing your song.
Thank you.
Yes.
And thanks for having me back at Folk U. I was trying to think of the first time I played, and it was like 2005 or 2006. So I think you have seen me through a lot of like attempts at songwriting and a lot of stuff. And it is always fun to come back. So this is actually my newest song, and I wrote it this fall because there are obviously many, many pop ballads about romantic breakups and romantic reconciliations, and there are not enough about friendship breakups and reconciliations. And here it is. It's called Kindred, and I have to remember how it goes. I told you it was new. There might somewhere the other girls right at home, they sang no words and dance the steps as if they'd never been alone. I knew you instantly. I heard a smile matched that night. I knew we'd have a story, but I didn't know it would be it. We were kindred. We were kindred. I'm sorry for the times I said you brought me down. I'm sorry for the times I didn't listen, and I'm the times I ran away, but they loving me here today. It led me back to you today. How I left it through the faded streets of Baltimore. Then when the summers came, I'd hang it on the bed. Let you know I watched you talk the boys, how easily turned their heads. I dreamed of being just like you. You dreamed of being me instead. We were kindred. We were kindred. And I'm sorry for the times I said you brought me down. Sorry for the times I didn't listen. And I'm sorry for the times I ran away. But they all let me here today. And let me back to you today. We taught each other how to love. But what have you each other? But we're done again, empty, running shade. You knew me instantly. I knew the truth behind your smile. We knew each other's stories, though we kept them secret for a while. I'm making friends from somewhere mountain, for the years away. A quarter century has taught us all the words we had to say. We were kindred. We were kindred. And I'm sorry for the times I said you brought me down. Sorry for the times I didn't listen. And I'm sorry for the times I ran away. But they loved me here today. They let me back to you today. I'm sorry for the times that you brought me down. Sorry for the times I didn't listen. Sorry for the times I ran away. But they loved me here today. Let me back to you today. Thanks.
Nice. It's been a pleasure playing with you guys. So my last song here, I realized these themes kind of develop when you're doing these things, and here's the only other song I have that mentions Illinois, so you know, you're forever associated with that. And but the last song was about flying over, and this is about driving through. This was actually an old song from my second album. It ended up on MTV and stuff, and I wrote it because I was on a tour actually with a band, and they were all vegetarians, and we were always trying to find something to eat on this tour across the country. So it's called McHappiness. America begins here, said the Pennsylvania sign. But where does that leave me? from New York City on the New Jersey line. The money we drank has got me all jittery. I can't even think straight. It's nothing I ate, it's something I see. So I'll fill in the blank on the crossword puzzle. Yes, I'll fill in the blank while you fill up the tank, 'cause the gas we guzzle. But it's too far to walk, so I'll stay in the van and question myself as I look at the land change from mountains and hills into a flat plain. Now it's another day from the freeway, it all looks the same. Roy Rogers rest stop when you're feeling restless, but from here on in, the fun will begin. Make happiness, make happiness, make happiness. Democracy got the boot somewhere in the pursuit of make happiness. And you can do as you please once you got the car keys. Yeah, it's all made to order. A quarter life with cheese. Somebody's throwing up in a styrofoam cup as the classic rock plays all of the ways that I never grew up. And Illinois came and went, so we opened the vents. Now we're going out west in search of the best. Make happiness, make happiness, make happiness, make happiness.
We can get the stereo applause for once here.
Yeah.
I can't hear you again, but I'm trusting out.
Damn it. You can't hear? Oh, McHappiness is...
Now I can. I can hear you now.
Yeah, McHappiness is such a great song, so how appropriate, right?
Democracy got the boot.
Yes, well, let's
hope not.
Let's hope things are looking better in about 5 days, so... It's an improvement anyway, right?
A lot could change in 3 days. Let's see.
Yes, I know. I'm a glass half, not even anything in it guy myself.
Just empty glass right now.
Yeah.
I'm a glass broken on the bathroom floor kind of guy.
Exactly. But so I'm going to give a hand again. I think I'm a hand all across here for the. Amazing music tonight. I want to thank Carrie Farrell. Yes, 2005 or something like that. It sounded fantastic. Matt Keating, thank you for coming to us from the wilds of New York City. It's been a great night. I couldn't imagine a better start to the new year. And again, I'm a fairly pessimistic person, but this music makes me feel good, makes me feel like things are going to get better. We'll get back to performing in the real world soon, hopefully. But if not, or I should say not. If not, in the meantime, I was just blown away. You guys did a great job.
Thanks so much for having us, and thank you, Larry. You sounded great tonight. Thank
Yes.
You. Thank you. The tape will tell the tale later when I go back nervously after having some vodka and I peruse bits and pieces of it. So you guys don't take off. You know, we're going to officially say sayonara to everybody. Thank you for. I tried to respond. There was a lot of love flowing out there from what I could see. So thanks to the folks that tuned in real time to watch, and we'll be back the third Friday again next month. So hope you will tune in for that. And in the meantime, everybody stay safe, be good, and we will see you in the real world soon.
Yep.